When we hear about major cyber attacks, our minds usually jump to big banks or tech companies. But what happens when the target is something closer to home, like your city's water supply, your kid's school, or even the DMV? We're going to get into that today because the real world consequences of these public sector breaches, well, they go way beyond just lost data. We're talking about our safety, our children's future, and the trust we have in the systems we rely on every single day.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This isn't some abstract IT problem happening in a server room somewhere. These are direct hits on the very things that keep our society functioning. The stakes, they really couldn't be any higher. So you gotta ask, why? Why are these public systems such a tempting target for hackers? Well, it's pretty simple. State, local, and school systems are absolute treasure troves of our most sensitive data. I mean, think about it. From birth records to health information, school grades, driving histories, they hold the keys to our entire digital lives. And when these systems get breached, the fallout is just massive. And it's not just about stolen information. We're talking about the power going out, 911 services being disrupted, and, as we'll see, even direct threats to our kids' safety. This stuff has the potential to touch every single part of our lives. Let's make this really concrete. Forget about data for a second, and just think about the water that comes out of your tap. Because what I'm about to show you is a real-world scenario where hackers tried to turn that essential resource into a weapon. So picture this. February 2021, Oldsmar, Florida. Hackers get into the water treatment plant's system. They use some pretty basic remote access software, wait for a shift change when things are a little chaotic, and then they start messing with the chemical levels in the town's water supply. Luckily, one single, incredibly alert operator saw what was happening on his screen and immediately reversed it, stopping a total catastrophe.
Now, to really grasp how terrifying this was, you need to understand this number. The hackers tried to crank up the sodium hydroxide, that's Li, from a normal level of about 100 parts per million to 11,100. That's an extremely toxic, lethal concentration. This wasn't just a hack. It was an attempt to poison an entire town's water supply.
As horrifying as that is, some of the most damaging attacks are happening somewhere we all assume is safe, our schools. And here, the stakes are different. The target isn't just data. It's literally our children's futures. Just take a moment and think about all the information a school collects on a child over 13 years. It's way more than just grades. We're talking about health records, family financial details, incredibly sensitive special education plans, even private counseling and disciplinary notes. If that gets out, it can follow a person for their entire life. And the scale of this problem, it is absolutely staggering. This number, 3.7 million, is the number of students whose records were exposed in just one single ransomware attack back in 2020. Millions of young lives completely exposed. And get this, look at what was actually stolen. A shocking 2/3 of the data in that one breach wasn't grades or addresses, it was private health and medical information. This goes so far beyond a simple privacy violation, it's deeply, deeply personal. But, stealing data is one thing. Here's where the story takes an even more sinister turn. What happens when the attackers don't just take the information, but they actively change it? This is a whole different level of threat with immediate consequences. In a recent case from 2024, a staff member inside a school district was caught changing student grades. The system's automated alerts actually flagged the suspicious activity. The investigation found hundreds of records had been altered, which, as you can imagine, threw college applications and scholarships into complete chaos. The district had to go back and revoke fraudulent transcripts. What a mess. So we've seen attacks on infrastructure and on schools, but what does this look like for the average person whose data gets caught up in all this? The human cost is devastating, and it lasts for years. So let's look at this case from 2022. A state DMV got hit hard. But here's the twist. The weak link wasn't the DMV's own security. It was a third-party company they hired to process documents. And this is a huge, huge vulnerability for so many public agencies. The result? The personal records of 3.2 million drivers were completely exposed. And it ended up costing taxpayers a staggering $127 million to clean up the mess. But this part, this is what's truly chilling. The attackers had access to that system totally undetected for a year and a half. For 18 solid months, they were just sitting there, quietly pulling out data before anyone even knew they existed.
And for those victims, the nightmare was only beginning. We're talking about years spent fighting fraudulent credit card charges, trying to fix a ruined credit score so you can get a loan, and just the deep emotional toll of feeling completely violated by an institution that was supposed to protect you.
When you boil it all down, these attacks are about so much more than stolen money or data. They're about something far more valuable and way more fragile: public trust. Think about it. Every single time one of these breaches happens, it chips away at our basic confidence in our government. If you can't trust an agency to keep your most personal data safe, you might start to hesitate to use their services. And that's a problem that affects all of us. Which really just leaves us with this one big question to think about. We spend so much time and money protecting our physical infrastructure, our power grids, our bridges. But in an age where basically everything is digital, maybe the most critical infrastructure we have, the one we need to protect above all else, is our trust in the systems themselves.